Hi, Cancer peeps. Let's get right into your message, okay? So, I'm just gonna show you the cards that I have laid out here. So, for the heart of the matter, we have the Nine of Cups, which is one of the most positive cards in a tarot deck that we can have, and it's clarified by the Tower. Okay, and we have the focus of this reading to be the Page of Wands clarified by the Sun. And the positive aspect of this reading is the King of Cups clarified by the Devil card. I know, the Devil card in a positive situation. The negative aspect here we have is the Eight of Swords, which a negative card in a negative position kind of makes sense. However, we have the World position that's clarifying this Eight of Swords. And the advice that we have is the High Priestess and the Ten of Cups. So my style is that usually I just laid out the cards and I ponder upon the message and then I write it down. So I'm just going to read it out to you right now, okay? So this is a time for celebration since there's going to be an addition to the family. For some of you, a new baby will be born, or you may gain in-laws, right, through marriage. For others, though, it's going to be an upcoming event that's in the works. You don't even know about it due to the fact that it is a surprise. So whatever restrictions you felt or blocked doors you kept knocking on will no longer make you feel like something is wrong with you, okay? And the reason that is because the Nine of Cups energy is like finding that newfound source of power within you. You're no longer going to be giving excuses or blaming other people or playing the victim at this point, because you will realize that the power is within you, and it's an acceptance. It's accepting that you have the power to bring about the changes in your life that you want and need. Okay? Why is this happening? It's because you are realigning with your happiness. Okay? The thing that's making you feel truly free in this world. Okay? And by intentionally staying within that feeling, with savoring that knowledge, will disarm any previous or current obstacles. Because for me, when I look at this Knight of Cups, it looks like a fountain. It looks like a power, right? It looks like it's that moment of climax during sex. I feel like that's what this is. You are communicating with yourself, right? And we're kind of getting deeper into the message, okay? Because it's almost like you've realized what's actually making you feel powerful, and therefore you're kind of using different ways to be able to stay within that. You're kind of playing a game with yourself that's allowing you to understand who you are in this world, who you are in your world, and that you are creating your world. Okay, let me go back to reading. So you are communicating yourself in a way where you're kind of trying to excite your inner child or innocence aspect of yourself. Okay, and you're doing that, it's because you're realizing that the long consequences of your past trauma has made you develop a hard shell. Okay, and that shell, I feel like it allowed you uh to do what you needed to do, for the sake of protecting yourself, but it also got in the way. Okay, so again, you stuck to the basics. It's like someone that's kind of surviving but not really living, right? And it's like, yo, I'm taking care of the basics. I'm not really focusing on love. I'm not really focusing on bringing excitement, fun into my life. I'm just focusing on getting my needs met. Okay? So again, you stuck to the basics, but you threw out the imagination book imagination book. And it's funny why this specific term came out, imagination book, because with the imagination term, I don't feel like it should be limited to, a book, right? I feel like there's so much more to imagination. I feel like it would maybe reflect a million and a million of books. But I feel like it's more about, it's kind of talking about the format that you've been living in, the structure, the framework. So that framework of imagination was not really part of your life. Okay. Okay. And the aspect of novelty, like newness, feeling that change occurring in your life was like, it was not there. Or you kind of blocked off any access to it. Okay. So again, the imagination book, a novelty was thrown out the window. Okay. Due to not stepping in doo doo, or due to not wanting to step in doo doo, aka mistakes. Sometimes what happens when you mess up in a monumental way, it makes you reflect as to the way you've been living for a long time. Like, what the heck was I doing? Like, what kind of glasses was I wearing? Was I not wearing any glasses? Is something wrong with my eyes? Do I need to get my eyes checked out? Like, it's like the issue is here, but for some reason I couldn't see it. So the adult or mature aspect of yourself kept shielding that cute and impulsive part. Again, the cute and impulsive part, I see this as the Page of Wands. That's very impulsive, that wanting to go get stuff, that wanting to do things, like the kid that wants to grow up so quickly. So I feel like that's like the energy here that we're kind of describing, right? Where you had to grow up for whatever reason, and you had to grow up quickly, and it could have been due to those past traumas. But that aspect, like that, the Page of Wands needed to come out. It was hidden and needed to come out. Yes, it's good that you became the King of Cups. Yes, it's good that you became resilient. Yes, it's good that you became strong with the Devil card, representative of Capricorn, being strong, being hardcore, being disciplined. But that aspect is very important, right? Clarifying by the Sun. It's kind of taking precedent. It's kind of taking over the Devil card. It's almost like it's overpowering that energy, or it's actually stronger. Okay, so the adult and mature aspect of yourself was shielding the cute and impulsive aspect of yourself. But the negative aspect is that it suppressed where the talent, gift, solutions, or even a way out laid. It's like you're hiding your superpower by overcompensating in an other area, and it's actually is not helping you in the long run. Of course, right, there is a positive aspect of this King of Cups clarified by the Devil card. Of course, you've gained tools to become stronger, enduring, and fastidious. Okay, so with the bravery to open that room, because I kind of feel like that aspect of yourself that was suppressed, or that lay dormant, or that you decided to like, oh, it's not really that useful. I feel like it's a room, right? Right? Cancer, representative of the home. I feel like that's kind of like, it's a nice way to put it, or it's a nice way to be able to look at it. Like, the Page of Wands is pushing to be seen, and when it does, it's willing to go into that room that was condemned for such a long time. And once you actually are willing to open that door, everything is coming together, and it feels completely right. It's like you're wearing the right clothes, and it fits like a glove, right? If you were scared, then you realize that the boogeyman is you. So what's the point of playing this type of hide and seek with yourself? Okay, so I know this is Gemini season, but it does not give you the excuse for overthinking things anymore. It's more like reviewing what happened, what went wrong, and how you will do things differently, right? Upon conclusion, which is going to allow you to go to the next level or complete the cycle. So I love that the guidance here that we have is the High Priestess. Oh, sorry. Clarified by the Ten of Cups. Okay. So right now, your intuition is at a high level. Okay. It's very potent and you are able to access it. And the reason why I say that, it's due to the fact of the Eight of Swords. The overthinking led you not to accept that aspect of yourself, your intuition, and also that instinct. Okay, so nothing should really be getting in the way if you're willing to wait, because it has been a long unfoldment. So the reason also with the Eight of Swords, I feel like there's a sense of guilt that could have, you know, that could have been one of the obstacles, right? Of why didn't I do the things properly or correctly the first time? And I'm sorry to say, but things were meant to happen the way that it has happened. Okay? It wasn't going to go any other way. And again, it's been a long unfoldment. So we can't quantify that into years, decades, and generation. Whatever that you've been dealing with is not really something that was going to, be fixed or reviewed in a day, or, resolve in a week. It took years. So again, quantify that into years, decades, and generation. But the positive aspect here is that the way that you can summarize the energy or the doors, the options, the solutions that are provided to you at this moment, it was meant to be that those doors would be open at this moment, can be seen or signified as a generation or family blessing. And there's a whole lot of cancers in this world, and it's going to be affecting any area of your life. Okay, so yes, we have we have two of the best water cards, right, in the emotional arena of your life. Nine of Cups, Ten of Cups, that's family, that's happiness also, right? So for some of you, that's where you will be able to see it. But also on a personal level, I feel like you're just gonna feel good. You're gonna feel free. Free to end things and free to start new things, especially with those big major arcana cards. The Tower, it's like a vacuum. We're cleaning everything up. The Sun, everything is looking clean, everything is looking new and shiny. The Devil card in that position, I just see it as gain solutions, but things that you've gained through hardship, and also realizing that you're human, right? And that the path that was laid out is karmic, in the sense what past event has affected how everything was gonna turn out. So there is no way for you to be bashing yourself up about past mistakes, because it's one thing, it's like it's either you learn or you don't, or maybe it's just going to take longer for you to figure it out. But the advice with the high priestess clarified by the 10 of cups, it's just beautiful, because even if it's going to take you longer than the other Cancer to figure it out, you will be gaining the blessings, because you're staying in your lane. This is like a test that you're the only one that has to complete, which it has nothing to do with competing with other people. It has nothing to do with looking at what other people did, doing things the way other people did. It has nothing to do with that. It's just that you're solving your own issues in your lifetime, and not knowing that you are indirectly unnooking, is that the word? No, like releasing things that were biting your family, things that were biting your relationships, things that were biting your generation. And sometimes when we talk about generation, right, we're kind of looking at that Saturn energy, and Cancer, like those big ass, those planets that takes a long time to take effect into your life. You like your tribe are like people that you don't even know, that you may not even meet in this lifetime, but you all are going through the same shit, different area, but with the same themes. So you're kind of being a superhero for yourself, but for the others in your tribe that you may not even be related by blood. So it takes so much more effect that you can even think, that you can even compute, again, quantify. So it's not only blood, releasing bloodline issues, but you're kind of releasing things from people from your generation, people that you grew up with, and it's a beautiful thing. Like, I don't have anything else to say, but it's just beautiful. It's so big, like the effect, the because there is negative and positive consequences. When you think about the positive consequences, the effect that it takes, it's so much more than just your family. It's so much more than just your neighborhood. It's like a generation within, the whole world, you know. Anyways, so Cancer, whatever you are doing, don't beat yourself up, because you're actually going toward the finish line, and you reaching the end of your marathon, whatever, reaching the end of, the finish line is much more satisfying than you could even think. So keep going and don't stop. And you will make mistakes, but don't get stuck in the overthinking. Just keep going. Every day you get that new spark, you get that newness to be able to do what you got to do. We'll talk soon. Bye.